The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, good morning all. Yesterday you have practiced loops, functions, strings. Any doubt in all these topics? So we are starting with data structures today, and this data structure will be the end of your foundation training. So I will be talking about list. So until now we have seen one variable can store only one data, right? So if I need to store 10, it can store only 10. I cannot store something like 10 comma 20 if I want to store 2. So value of a will become, so it will automatically will convert into a tuple, but into another type of data, but it is not a normal data type. So if I want to change value of 20 comma 30 now, a will become 20 comma 30, but I don't want like that. What I want is a different data type. So in basic programming, you have an algorithm, that is the rules to solve a problem or step-by-step solution, and you have data structures, the way you organize your data in the computer. So we'll be talking about data structures today, that how to organize your data, how to organize your variables, how to organize different type of data in Python. So most of our variables we have seen are not collection. Collection means we cannot store more than one value in them. So we'll be using concept of collection today. So most of our variables have only one value in them. When we put a new value in a variable, the old value is overwritten. So you saw this, when I entered a new value, it is overwritten. If I write a equals to 10, b equals to 30, then I write a is 10, but again I am writing a equals to 20. So value of a is overwritten by 20. A list is a kind of collection which allows us to put as many as single values into a single variable. So you can put many values, you can put any type of value inside a list. A collection is nice because we can carry all the values in one package. So how I can create a collection? I will write a variable name equals to, then I will use these brackets, then any type of collection. This is, I am making a integer collection, this. If I want to find out type of a, it will be of list type. So with the help of a, I can use any of these. Is this clear? Raise your hands if it is clear. Okay, thank you. So list constants are surrounded by square brackets and the elements in the list are separated by commas. A list element can be any Python object, even another list. So I can have a list equals to 1, comma, A, comma, B, comma, 1. I can have something like this as well. So my list is a collection of integer and characters. In this case, I can have a list of string. I can have a list of characters. Okay. I can have all the list. So you can have a list inside list as well. Here one of my element is a list. So I have two elements, one is A and another is a list. I can have an empty list as well. Is this clear? Raise your hands if it is clear. Okay, thank you. And how can you print list? Same, you will write print, you will write A, it will print because the last stored A is empty list. So we already use list. We have already used in when we used for loop to print I, something like that. You remember this example? We did it. So if you want to read all the elements of a list, you can read like this. Let me define a list. E in A, so you got all the elements separately in. So whenever you want to use list, definite loops are the best paths. So you can use definite loops by closing your eyes whenever you are using a list. So let's say this is your list and you want to print something like this. I'll open a new file, then I'll show you. So how do you open a new file? Control N. Then I'm writing friends. So my friends whom I have invited, those names if I want, I can get it directly like that. Otherwise, you need to write one by one separately. But if I have a list of friends' name, I can easily do that with the help of a definite loop. Is this example clear? This simple example? So how can you look inside a list? So like strings, your list also have indexes. Very similar way. So just like strings, we can get any single element in a list using an index specified in square brackets. So you can print friends, then let's say 1. What will be the output? Balls. So Bals is the output. Or I can write friends. This is my output. This is my output. If you write anything out of index, so you will get index out of range error. So it is always, again, like in strings, it is always length minus 1. Lists are mutable. What is the meaning of mutable? Mutable means you can change the value, you can increase the size of list, and you can decrease the size of list. You can replace a value, you can increase the size of list, you can decrease the size of list. So strings are immutable. When I say immutable, whenever you create a new string, if I am writing A equals to ABC, B, no, again, so value of A is ABC right now, again I am writing DEF. So as a user, you can see that value of A is getting changed, but actually in the background, value of A is not getting changed. So ABC is already stored at a location where A is pointing right now. Next time when you define A equals to DEF, at that time A is leaving the pointer from ABC to DEF, but it is not that it is getting replaced in the memory location. Is this clear? So in the same memory location, your value is not getting stored in case of strings. It's not getting replaced. So earlier, when as soon as I wrote A equals to ABC, so at memory location, the value is ABC and A is one pointer that is pointing to that memory location. But when I wrote A equals to DEF, so ABC is not replaced by DEF. Instead, A is pointing to new memory location where DEF is stored. Is this clear? So this kind of phenomena that is happening in the background is called as immutable. Is this clear or you have doubt? Okay. Whereas your lists are mutable. When I say mutable, if I am writing A 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm writing A equals to, let's say, A, C, D. So it means the value of A, earlier it was pointing to 1, 2, 3, 4. Same 1, 2, 3, 4 has been replaced by A, B, C, D. Now there is no existence of 1, 2, 3, 4. But in case of strings, ABC was still existing, but A is pointing to DEF now. The pointer was getting changed from one memory location to another memory location. But in case of list, the pointer is same, value is getting replaced at your memory location. So in this way, you can save your memory. Is this clear? Okay, thank you. You can even change the value using index operator. So I've changed A of 2 equals to F. So in case of string, if I show you, A of 1 is B, can I change A of 1? No. I can, sorry. No, you will not get, because string does not support item assignment. In between, you cannot change anything. You can assign a new one and then A will point to a new memory location. So remember this difference in string and list. How long can be a list? How will you find out? You can find out using len function that takes a list as parameter. So you can find len of a, so 3 is the length. Why 3? Okay, let me create a list first. What name should I give? I'm giving name as get list. Okay, now I want to find out size of this list. So I will get the size is 4. So that means the index number starts from 0 and it will go until 3. You can even use the range function here. So what will happen if you use range function here? So I will just show you. If you directly use print range of 4, this function, range function, as I told you before, it will print from 0 to whatever range number you will give, that is a maximum one, minus 1. Okay, so it will print a list. Okay, sorry. Range is a function. Okay, so it will return a range starting from 0 until it will go until 4. Maximum is 4. So if you work on any other version other than 3.7, it will return a list like this: 0, 1, 2, 3. You can even work the range len of friends. So I'm writing function inside function call. So I'm calling len function, which will give me the length of friends, and then I'm using that inside my range. So what is the range? 0 to 4. Or I can use for name in range range len of friends print I. We'll see the output. So it starts 0, 1, 2, 3, because that will get the range of 4. So range always returns a list of numbers that range from 0 to 1 less than the parameter that you are providing. We can construct an index loop for using and integer iterator. So like I did here, this is integer iterator and I've created this. Or I can do something like this. Print prints of I. Okay. So you will see one by one you can use it. So this is called as, we are printing index values with the help of integer iterator. If, if this is clear to everyone, others? Okay, thank you. So let's see another example where you have two loops. So I have my friends saved there, then I am printing the friends, then with the help of this I am printing. Both the ways you can get the same output. So I already have this function, I'll write it here. For I in range len of friends print friend invited is name. Sorry, I'm writing friend equals to friends I. So with this I am storing one by one all the index values in friend and printing at the same time. If I run this, you will see I'll get the same output both the times. So I'll just make the difference so that you can understand. This is from first for loop and this is from second for loop. So what you can do is you can actually reduce it to 1. You can use the first one. You can concatenate two lists by using the plus sign. Let's say you have friends, you want to add new friends. So you have these new friends now. And you want to add this into your previous friend list. So what you can do is you can write new friend friends list equals to friends plus new friends. Okay. We'll find out. We'll get a sum of both. A concatenated list. If you see this, if you want to find out the length of friend list, you found out it is 8, whereas length of your friends was 4 and length of your new friends was 4. So final list that you got is 8. Is this clear how you can concatenate? You can slice your list. So like we have done the slicing in strings, similar way you can slice your list here. You can print friends 1:2, let's say, and you will get the friend whoever is in that list, or you can use friends list you got 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2. Let's see whether you can do it negative or not. So you got -1. Yes, you can do negative slicing as well. So from beginning it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. From the end it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. -8 to -5. You got Isla, Pals, FGAH. Is this clear? So what all methods you can use in your list. So you can find out the list of methods by using this. So what all methods you can use in friends. So methods that you can use is append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort. So let's try to use append. Friends dot append. So what object I want to append? New friends. Okay. Now see my friends list. What happened? I got a list and then new friends list completely is appended or completely added into my friends. So this is added as a complete one element. So you see the difference when I use plus sign, the elements get added. Concatenation is happening. But when I use dot append, what is happening? A complete list is getting added as one element. Is this clear? Okay. Then if I want to use friends dot clear, what it will do? It will clear my list. Now I will have an empty list. Okay. If I do friends dot copy, so a list is copied. So let's say I want to copy this friends equals new friends dot copy. So I want to copy complete new friends into friends. So it's copied now. Friends is whatever is there in new friends. You can use friends dot count. So you can count how many times a value is coming. So it's coming only once. So let me do something. This friends equals to friends plus DFG. So friends now have two DFGs. So I got the output 2. So are you getting how we are using each? So like this you can practice all. So I'll show you that there's difference between pop and reverse. So friends dot pop, let's say I want to remove DFG. So when it will remove, you need to mention the index values. So I want to remove the index 0. Okay, so DFG is removed and it will return the output which it is returning, which it is removing. Whereas when you use friends.remove, okay, you need to mention what value you want to remove. So pop, you need to mention what index number you are removing, whereas in remove, you need to mention what value you want to remove. Remove will not show or will not pop up when it's removing, whereas when you use pop, it will return what it has removed. Is this clear? Okay. So how can you build a list from scratch? Let's say I don't know, creating this direct method. How can you build? The other method is you create a equals to list, that we are going to create a list. We just gave an instruction. A dot append, say book. Okay, so A have a list with value book. Next I give A dot append cookie. Then I give A dot append so my A have three values now. A is a list of integer of character types, string types, and which have three values. A dot append a mixed list. So this is how you can create a list from scratch. Is this clear? Okay. So if you want to find out whether something is in list or not, how can you find out? Using the in operator. You'll get true. Let's say I'm searching. I will get false because my value is small b, not capital B. So it's a case sensitive language. You need to take care of cases. If you want to find out something is not there, you can find out. So book is not They are in A. Yes, it is not there. Capital B is not there. Always remember the order you will add. A list can hold many items and keep those items in the order until we do something change the order. Okay, a list can be sorted as well. So how can you sort the list? You can sort your list with the help of a dot sort, but it will not support if you have integer and string. If it will have only integers or it will have only strings, it will support. So we have friends dot sort. So if you see friends now, it will be a sorted list. So it's a sorted list. So what are the built-in functions in list? So we have seen few. You can find out max, you can find out min, you can do sum. Let me create a list of integers. So you can use sum. It will return the addition of all the numbers there in list. What if I want to try the sum in a list of characters? So sum friends. So you will get error that you cannot add integer and string, or you cannot add strings. So friends have only strings. So required operand is integer, but you are trying to add is string. You can find out average as well. Print sum print list divide by len. So you get the average. So 15 divided by 5, 3. So you can practice this code. You can note down and you can practice this code. This is to find the average by taking the input values from the user. Done. So there are these two methods. One is you use two variables, total equals to total, and then you add on the value whatever user is entering, and you do the count plus plus, or you append in your list and then you sum your num list and then divide by the length of list. You can use any of these two methods which are correct. So your list and strings are best friends. So same way you use strings, the methods, the functions in strings, similar way you use in list. Split breaks a string into parts and produces a list of strings. We think of these as words. We can access a particular word or loop through all the words. So let's say I have this. Okay. I use equals to c dot split. So my new becomes a list of string type. One is Nilisha, other is Agarwal. You can even split it if it is ABC equals to dot Agarwal. You can even split like new ABC dot split on dot. Okay, so you will get new as Nilisha and Agarwal. So dot is your splitter. This is understood? So you can use any delimiter for. By default, it is space, and if you do not want a space to be your delimiter, you need to specify it manually, like I did here. So these are just example of your split patterns. So today we have covered the collection concept. We have covered slicing of a list, loops with list, append and remove method, indexing and lookup, sorting of a list mutability, splitting string into a word, and we have seen the function like len, min, max, sum, and we have splitted the string. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. So what you can do is you can practice for tomorrow, and on Sunday morning I will conduct a session only for doubt clearance. So if you have any doubt on Sunday, you can ask me the doubts for the complete week. Is that okay? Okay. So this is all from my side. So we'll conduct a doubt session on Sunday. So you can practice until then, and I will share a document with questions maybe by today evening, and you can practice all the questions. And if you face any doubt, you can ask me on Sunday. Thank you.